Morning. Says I'm live. Am I live? I guess I'm live. Damn it. Whew. Sorry. I have been sneezing for like the last 4 days, just randomly. I don't know if it's dry air. I have no idea. Anyways, I don't feel sick, so that's good news. Well, Jim, I don't know, because see this trade right here, this retail, I put my sell button on for my trade of 8, and it never triggered. It never did anything. Now, so I manually went and just put an order on my screen to make sure it would work, and it did. But you got me nervous because I don't want to shut my system down because I may not be able to get back in. So I did leave my system on overnight, and I don't know if my trade of 8 needs to be reset. Now, okay, for full disclosure, it did take these 2 trades. These were trade of 8. Not trade of 8. Trade saver trades right here. It took these 2 trades earlier today. I went to take this one, and it never even threw the trade on the chart. This was a beautiful move for $1,000 right to there. And it never triggered the trade. I was like, what the fuck? Of course, the one trade that actually goes to my target, and it doesn't trigger it. Meaning, it didn't jump my order. It just never triggered to put an order on. So I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. I suppose I could turn it off and back on, but I don't want to run the risk. I'm just going to manually trade it. I don't want to run the risk that it does it again. If I have a beautiful setup like this right here, I'm going to have to manually take it. I do not want to miss a trade like that. This thing's going to roll all the way up to here now. It's broken this pivot right here from a higher pivot. That thing's gone. That's what I'm talking about, Sneaky. I don't want to do anything because it's taking trades, it's putting my orders on and all that stuff, but I don't want to do something, refresh my computer or something and then not be able to get in. Shit. Trade of 8 has a global outage. Isn't Trade of 8 owned by Ninja? I think they are now. I think so. So I've made a whopping $277 on those 2 trades you saw there. If you want me to explain the trades, I will. But that's what I thought. That's what I thought, Amelia. I thought Ninja bought Trade of 8. I've never used Trade of 8 because I'm an old school Ninja person. But I've heard good things about it. Well, I'm going to give you another little thing, a little old school ninja lesson here. All right. When I do log in daily, Ninja asks me, do I want to take the time to upload the most current version of Ninja, or do I want to skip it? And I'm going to tell you right now, as an old school Ninja trader, you always skip it, because I'm going to tell you, every time those guys get into that, this is what I'm talking about by this code being so unstable for Ninja. Every time they go in there and change something or modify something, I'm telling you 100% of the time they have bug issues. And so I wait until they force me to change it. Why would I want to change? Why do I want to update it when it's working the way I want it to? So as an old school Ninja person, don't change to the most recent version unless they force you to. I'm just telling you. All old school Ninja people will tell you that. Hell, I don't fucking know. What version am I using? I don't know. It's 8.65259842. I mean, it's like a freaking social security number. Yeah, exactly. There's no reason for me. I don't need to be Lewis and Clark here. I've got a system that works. So don't make me go out and be your puppet. Because if it doesn't work, I don't even know how to tell you it doesn't work. So forget it. The one I have works. That's the one I'm using. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, I told you when this broke this pivot from this higher, it was gonna go up. I should have been a little more aggressive in there. Now, server issues is a different thing. Because I think, wasn't it a few months ago, there was a cloud issue where a lot of these prop firms were crashed because there was some cloud got freaking hacked probably by the North Koreans. Yeah, exactly. How do I contact support? How the hell do I do that? Exactly. Contact support. How the hell do I do that? Anyways. All right, let me look at something. Jesus, I'm not paying attention here. Let me get back to trading. Let me get back to trading here. Wow. Wow. Hold on, guys. I got to get my glasses. It's text. Okay. All right. I've got some of my people trained. Text me in the morning. Don't call me. So I got to at least, if they follow the rules, I got to at least read what they text me in case it's important. Text me in the morning. Don't call me. I'm doing important stuff. All right. I have been waiting for look at that. I have been waiting for Ninja to do this. Look at this, from here to here out of the open, and then ran right back up to here, back down to the prior day low. If anybody wants to argue about those static lines with me sometime, go ahead. I'm gonna show you over and over again, those static lines are more important than your pivot lines in your R1s and your S2s and all that bullshit. This is right out of the open. And everybody knows how spastic NQ is. It ping, 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 ping. That's pretty crazy. I'm going to see if I can get the rejection long. I'm looking at the ES. It doesn't have any support. Yeah, JC, if we get fortunate, would you stop? If we get fortunate, we'll create a gap, and it'll come up and hit the bottom of the prior day low and then rotate down. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right now. The only problem is these moving averages are a long ways away. No. Don't just run up. Don't just run up. Act like you want to be here. Act like you want to be low. News in 1 minute, Joe. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, ISM services, yeah. All right, we had a little kick from that. Come on. Somebody do something. Somebody do something. Jesus. You'd think I was selling a lot of houses or something. All right, so the RTY and the YM are both reaching static lines at the same time. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Okay, so let me get the RTY out here and shrink this, and let me drag this down. So they're both coming to static lines at the same time from the top side. So, shit, I don't even have 18. Oh, man. All right, so we're at the prior day. We're at the overnight open here. We're at the prior day open here. Now we're at the prior day close here. All right, this is good. We need both of them to recoil. They're both at support at the same time. That's an ideal situation in my book. So hopefully we can get a little bit of reaction the other way. So I highly suggest you guys take the YM version, because I'm going to take the RTY version if it sets up. If it sets up. If it sets up. Starting to look like it. The YM is bouncing. The RTY is starting to bounce now. Okay, that's good. Good sign. All right. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. No. Yeah. Yeah. We like to print free money. We like to print free money. We like to print free money. Give me my free money, damn it. Give me my free money. It's free money, damn it. Why am I not getting it? Oh, my God. Come on, print me free money, damn it. You're going to take me out first. Come on. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, print me my free money. Damn it. Why are you being a pain in my, you know what? There we go. All right. And if you sit and wait for that exact scenario every day, you don't have to go to work. You don't have to go to work. That's it. Video over. Take your money. Call it a day. That's simple. Both of them at the same time, reaching support. Both of them. Now, I knew it was going to run into resistance when it got to that 9 EMA. I really kind of thought it would plow me in the first candle, but hey. All right, video over. You made your money. Everybody go home. Everybody go home. That's how you pass. That's how you pass your eval. That's how you steal your money from Daryl and, you know, any of these other prop firms. You wait for your YM and your RTY to agree with each other, or your NQ and your ES to agree with each other. They will agree with each other at some time. That was only $400. Sneaky. That was only $400. Because it's $5. It's a $5 instrument. I use 2 contracts. I'm just showing people how to pass your prop firm stuff, not do crazy shit, not sit here and try to hit it for 10 contracts and do stupid stuff. You know, I mean, I sure don't mind making $400. That puts me at $660 for the day, doing the exact same thing. I'll show you my gold trades from earlier. I mean, because I just followed the same freaking rules. But, yeah, that's a $3,300 a week, $14,000 a month. I'm fine with that. I mean, you know, Jim makes that in a day, but I don't mind making it in a month. I don't mind making it in a month. I kept watching the RTY falling over here. So you see this right here? Let's talk about this for a second. And by the way, what did I tell you? I told you to take the YM trade. Did I? I said, I'm going to take the RTY, so you take the YM. The YM went right back to the open. Anyways, hold on, Jim. So when this got here, this had not gotten here. It had not gotten to the prior day open yet. So I didn't pay attention to this because this was going to be recoiling and this had not reached support yet. And then this started going down and this just blew right through this support. So I'm like, okay, well, it's going to seek support maybe down here. Oh, at the same time, it's seeking support here. Bam. So I didn't get caught up in this trade because this wasn't at support. Just patience, man, patience. Anyways, obviously these could be bigger trades than that. I mean, it's a rotation, especially being 10 o'clock in the morning. This thing's likely to go all the way back through the high because they like to run the market one way and then rotate it another way in the morning. GC just looks like a slop fest to me, Jim. Just looks like a slop fest to me right now. $26.49. Oh, you got out then too, Nadine? All right, good job. Now, I mean, if you could just be patient enough to understand why this one failed and this one succeeded. If you can start, just recognize that stuff. It's like, hello, McFly, are you there? So anyways, that's that. That's that. That's that. All right, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, let's just talk about my gold trades this morning for a minute. Because I just want to show them what I was thinking, what I was doing, since I do have the 15-minute range box and I use it. So truth be known, this rolled down to the bottom of the box and then came back up and broke that and sat here. I had an order here to go long to the top of the box. The freaking thing jumped my price. Look at that. That was a $1,600 trade that I missed. We came up here, monkeyed around. I don't expect it to blow right out of the box, especially when it comes from the other side of the box. If price comes from the other side of the box, I don't expect it to blow through the box and just keep on going. Well, it didn't let me down. It came back. So I said to myself, okay, what they're doing is they're going to test the mid band. Boom, up. It ran up $400 like that. I put my stop at even. It blew right through me. I'm like, okay, I guess they're gonna run from one end of the box to the other. Same thing. We consolidated here. Boom, I took that one and it ran up, hit that 9 EMA. I had a bottom of this candle was right in here. I had my stop behind it. It ticked me out. Then it rolled up. So I was playing the bottom of the box because I do believe, gold is biased to the long side. I didn't take this trade. I waited and then I tried to take this one, which is when they did the pullback. I wanted this pullback to be further. I was wanting a W pattern and then long, but it didn't do that. Anyway, so those are my two gold trades this morning. Nothing phenomenal other than I got jumped here, and that was $1,600 that it cost me because the only target when it does do this is here. That's the target. The target is the other side of the box. Anyways, look at that. Look at that. Look at that YM trade, man. If anybody, I mean, you know, there's, look at that. So the dirty dog market came to find support at the same time as the RTY, and there it goes. I mean, that is a lesson to be watched in. I mean, what we did at 10 o'clock this morning, if you just learn what's going on and see the consistency between those two instruments 80+% of the time. I mean, there are days, you know, some kind of bad news gets reported on something that impacts the Dow or something. So there are days that the YM and the RTY don't agree with each other. But in general, they do agree with each other. And if you just pay attention to when one's at support and the other one's at support, boom, there you go. Beautiful, man. Just beautiful. RTY is probably doing the same thing. Yeah, there it is. It depends on your Larry. It depends on your data feed, but you got to make sure, because gold opens at 8:20 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, so therefore, if you 8:20 to 8:21 is a whole minute, so you want it to end at 8:35. So at 8:35.01, you don't want the box continuing anymore. 8:35. So you got to look at your data and see how your data is feeding. Because in my Ninja, I have to do everything, because when my candle says 10 o'clock, 10:10, for example, it really means 10:09.01 to 10:10, and then the candle closes. Okay, I hope I didn't confuse you there. See you later, Nadine. Did you get that, Larry? And Sneaky, you got it now, right? It's because when gold opens, it's the first 15 minutes that gold is open. The same box works really well with oil, and oil opens at 9. So at 9.01, you want that box starting, and at 9:15, you want 9:15.00, you want that box stopped. Okay. I learned the 15-minute opening range trading oil back in the day. And I've told people this story before, but I knew a trader in California, Southern California, like Jim. And that's the only thing he trades. Or, well, back in the day, that was the only thing he traded, and he traded it on oil. He's probably, knowing him, if he's still alive, he's trading it in gold now, would be my guess. Just because the violence that's needed, oil's gotten much less violent than it used to be. What time do I sit down? I sat at my computer today, probably like 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. I mean, 3-4 weeks ago, I would sit down earlier than that because gold didn't have huge gaps in the bid ask. Now gold's got huge gaps in the bid ask, so I don't want to pre-market trade gold. I just don't feel comfortable right now doing it. But I used to pre-market trade gold. So I would start looking at like 7:30, on, just kind of look to see if I get rotations. Yeah, the problem, I get you, American Patriot. The problem is the 2 trades I took today in gold and the one I missed all had targets of north of $1,000. So oil just doesn't give that up anymore. Oil just doesn't give up $1,000 trades. That's the problem. That's the problem, American Patriot. But of course, that's not a bad thing if you're trading prop firm and you need to make $300-400 a day or whatever. You know, you're probably a lot better off trading oil than you are trading gold. I can tell you that. There is no such, unless you're doing micros, because there is no such thing as a $300 trade or a $400 trade in gold anymore. There's no such thing as that. I mean, the candles alone are $300-400 at least. This random candle right here, 55 to 58.6. This random consolidation candle right here is $350. $350, just a random candle. You don't have $350 random candles in oil. So you can't take $300 trades in gold. It makes no sense. You have to trade to take, like Jim does, $1,000 trades right now because the rotations are just too big, and the risk, like say you're going to take a long right here, which would be a valid setup. Say you're going to take a long right here in gold off the prior day close in the overnight open. Your stop's down here, your entry's right here. Okay, so you're in at 58. Your stop's down here at 53. So you're about $400 stop loss. So if you're going to have a $400 stop loss, you better have, if you're trading, if you want to survive trading, you better be shooting for minimum $800. Bill says, I missed part of that 15-minute breakout trade. Would you mind going over it again? Are you talking about the trades I took, Bill? The ones I actually took? Because I'm not sitting here promoting these setups to you to take. I'm just telling you the ones I took and why I took them. So you want me to go over the trades? Just let me know if that's what you're talking about. And this overnight open is holding. It's just the question is it going to push it long? I think it is. And see, Jim would be sitting here. Jim's probably throwing stuff right now because Jim would be sitting here with his 5 contracts down here and his target up in here. No, the discussion on the box. Okay. The discussion on the box is that there's a, how do I say this? There are patterns that come in certain instruments based off of the first 15 minutes of their markets being open. So oil opens at 9. Gold opens at 8:20. All these things are Eastern Standard Time. When you're open at 9, at 8:20, the box forms. This box right here forms based off an indicator I've had built. It forms for the first 15 minutes because I told it to do that. And then it creates lines, one for the middle, one for the top, and one for the bottom of that box. And there are certain patterns that gold does routinely. Okay? And so does oil. And one of those patterns is it'll go out the box and then come back in and go to the other side. And that's exactly what the fucking thing did again today. I tried to catch this rotation right here this candle was so big, it jumped my price. This candle, this is how many people were lining up. First of all, there was a bunch lining up right here for this trade, and there was a bunch lining up right here. 65. That candle right there is over $900. That one candle. Your target should be here because that's where they're going to take it. When they go, when they fake break one way and they come back inside the box, they go to the other side. If they come out the other side, they tend to come and sit on the mid band and then shoot back up again. I tried to take that mid band, didn't work. Then it rolled in and to the other side of the box, and I took the long back inside the box again. And then what they did do is they took the short. So it's the same concept. Then they had this consolidation candle. That's the trade back to the bottom of the box, and they took it right out of it. So you're looking for patterns, okay? And the patterns are so consistent with oil, it's ridiculous. Are you in live, Jim? Did you get your charts going? Are you in live? Yeah, you just got to email me and ask for it. It's so you are live. Okay, good. Yeah, see, so right here, gold broke this pivot right here, came back up into this, into the gold line, and then bam, down it goes. So I answered your question, Bill, I guess. All right. I've seen that happen before, American Patriots. I've seen that happen before. Wow. Well, that's why one of the reasons I tell you guys, Bill, Jim's a perfect example of this, by the way. This is why I tell you guys the best thing to do if you know, I've got, once you're past being concerned about prop firms and passing and getting your money and all that kind of stuff, once you're, by the way, where did that YM go? Back to the high. I mean, they were just looking for a place to rotate it. Now that they got there, they're going to rotate it down and find support. It's like you can write your own book about this shit. It just happens over and over again. The same shit. But what you got to do is, in my opinion, is pick an instrument that you're comfortable with, learn its personality, because some idiosyncrasies are a little different, for example, with NQ than GC or YM than ES, and things like that. And then that's what you should focus on. If you want to just stay consistent. I sit here and I predominantly look at NQ and gold. I did take the RTY trade today because there's a lot of people in here that I promote the RTY to, and I want to show them how to make easy money in the RTY. So I took that trade. And normally I wouldn't even really be looking at it at this point. I'd be too busy looking at gold and looking at NQ. By the way, I'm gonna reaffirm what I said before. I took the RTY, and I told everybody in the room, don't take the RTY because that's the one I'm taking. Take the YM. Yeah, see? I'm giving you the better instrument. Just by me taking the trade, in the RTY, that made the YM automatically the better instrument. If I'd have taken the trade in the YM would be sitting down here, and the RTY would have been the one that blew through the top. It's just the way it works. I'm cursed. I am cursed. Bruce, you made me laugh in your email response. You made me laugh. Just so you know. Would you have expected anything otherwise, Bruce? Now, the real pisser is I would have preferred this to plow through these lines. The real pisser is this. I would have preferred this to plow through these lines, come back up, and then come over here and rotate on a big W pattern. But it's going to have to plow through these lines to even, it's going to break this pivot just by coming down here again. Okay, Grand Slam. Well, maybe. But I could even do it. I'm just telling you, I can even take a rejection of a line in the NQ because the ES is rejecting off of a line at the same time, and the ES will outshow me. It's uncanny. It's so funny. I mean, come on, man. Everybody knows the NQ is a wildcat. Why is my NQ sitting still and the ES is running? Oh, it's because I took the NQ version. I got it. I'm telling you, it's funny. It is funny. American Patriot, I just opened up gold, and there's gaps in my pricing. I mean, not gold, oil. There's gaps in my pricing, in my data. What the hell? Huh. Hey, how you doing, Orville? Awesome. All right, let me get this out of here. $3,500 on Monday. Jesus. Oh, shit. Oh, look at that red line short. Yeah, Jesus. I'll be right back. All right, so see this gold chart right here? Because I don't play the lines like the current low. If we go through that current low, this was major support yesterday. So I just put another line right there, basically 49.0530. So I'm looking to see if they blow through this and go down to that line. Maybe we'll get a bounce there. So right now I put this line right here. Let me make another color. Okay, let's see if it goes there. That's where yeah, let's see if it goes there. Let's see if it goes there. Come on, come back down here. Yeah, it's that's the line it should go to, is this one right here, because that was support yesterday, big time. Come on, go down. Keep going, gold. Come on. Ah, come on. Keep going down, damn it. Oh, fuck. You're not going to go to that line, or what are you going to do here? Don't go up. Don't go up. I've done patch. Last week I hit a beautiful gold trade. Didn't realize I was in the MNQ. Until I looked up at my P&L. Like, what the hell? I took one contract in the MNQ. I was so pissed I closed it out. So I've made similar mistakes. God dang it. Come on, gold. You should have come down here and cleared out this line. Something's going on because the NQ really took off. I don't quite know what's the NQ just took right off, man. And so did the ES. So did the ES. So did the ES. Yeah, 13 likes. I handed you $400 this morning or more. I literally handed it to you. Go right here. Go right here. $400. The hell? I'm going to have to wait on equities. They're acting a little helter skelter right now. All of them. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything in any of these equities until they get back in some kind of rhythm. Something caused them all to go big time green at 10:39. I mean, it could be anything. The fake government shutdown could have been fixed. Who the hell knows? Yes, I said fake because it's all bullshit. Thanks, Tea Time. Yeah. And I only do that because I just like, hey, I just think it's funny that I'll have 200, 300 people come in here throughout the live stream, and like 10 people go, "Oh, this is great." Really? Fishing boat, yeah. Excuse me. God dang it. Is there? Oh, damn it. Hold on here. So the ES is kind of caught up in some stuff here. Remember, these two move together. Don't believe me? Red candle, green candle, green candle, red candle, red candle, red candle, green candle. If they're both fighting to go long here, this one's fighting to go long. This one, I don't know. They're stuck. And the ES is at the overnight open, which is, my pet peeve, man. I don't like to trade it when it's sitting at the overnight open. I don't like to trade any of these instruments when price is sitting at the overnight open. If it comes and tests it just like the YM did and then rejects from it, that's great. But if it comes and it stays at the overnight open, that's the kiss of death for that instrument. Because that's equilibrium there. But like the YM did, I mean, the YM came and just said, hello, goodbye. Oh, yeah, it is. Is Josh Holloway in here? He may have a sign on. I don't know. Good morning. Oh my God. Look at that. RTY did the old, oh man, it did it. It did what Jim was hoping gold would do. It actually did it. Good job, Orville. Excellent. I want to pay attention to this. I'm going to see if we can potentially get something here. Go back to the well again. Potentially go back to the well again. Shit. Nope. Nope. Yeah, the RTY is too far down for me right now. Too far down for me. Damn it. So forget that idea for me. I wanted it to at least hold this pivot. I'm staring at the YM at the same time. The YM is completely stuck. I mean, look at the YM. It hasn't done a thing in how many candles in a row while the RTY has been trending down. And that's because the YM is trying to go long. Pattern wise, it's trying to go long, but the RTY is going short. That's why I talk about them in a if they're if what each one of them is trying to do is in sync, then they go well. But let's go back to this scenario right here. The RTY went to the prior day close and the prior day and the current open and respected the pullback. That pullback was at 1046. All right. So let's take the 1046 candle right here. Here's the RTY trying to go long. There's the 1046 candle. You see how the RTY, the YM completely shut down after that, even though the RTY is going short. Because now they're not in agreement. One's trying to go long and the other one's trying to go short. And this one got hung up. It's uncanny to watch them. Yes, this turned out to be, hindsight, of course. This turned out to be a great pattern back down to here, but it destroyed the long here. So that's why I'm saying if you're in a long in the YM and it looks like it's got all the room in the world to go, and you glance over at the RTY and the RTY is going to hit resistance or about to hit resistance, it's a perfect time to sit there and go, okay, I've made as much money as I can in this YM. I need to get the hell out because it's trying to go long. That's why these candles are so compacted here. There's conflict going on right here because it's trying to go long, but its sister isn't. And that's what helps keep you out of chop. When you get into trades that all of a sudden, why is this thing so damn choppy? If the RTY has nothing above it and the YM has nothing above it, then woof, off they go. But the problem is the RTY is still in a downtrend. It's below the red line, and the YM is in an uptrend. It's above the red line. So they conflict each other right now. And therefore, not worth trading either one of them. Does that make sense? Not worth trading either one of them anymore. And the ES is caught in this crap. So I'm not worried. I'm not even worried about the NQ because of the same thing. The ES is caught in the overnight open. The ES is literally sitting at the price it opened at 6 p.m. yesterday. Does that showing you any conviction that it wants to go long or wants to go short? Hell no. That's why the NQ, even though it's down for the day, is sitting here just consolidating. Josh, are you there? I told him to remind me to show him something. And it just happened. It just happened. That's why I'm wondering if he's around. Josh, are you there? Yes, Bill. That's per contract. Jim, did you notice how gold waited and waited and waited for that 5-minute gold line? It just waited. It just sat there and waited. And then that 5-minute gold line came and it went wheep, wheep, gone. Right here. That 5-minute gold line. The same 5-minute gold line that rejected price here. The same 5-minute gold line that rejected price here. So I'm waiting for Josh to tell me he's here. He was asking me to explain to him a trade that you and I both took yesterday because he didn't understand why we took it. I'm like, okay, it's pretty simple to show you but you got to come online. You got to come online and I can show you. Good job. God dang it. I'll be right back. Well, Patch, I don't really have a criteria for it. I'm giving you an observation. That observation is that 5-minute gold line in gold, ironically, is literally like bug repellent. If price comes from the bottom of it and it hits that line, it's so uncanny that price rejects from that line. Over and over and over again. And I just showed you, when it's trending. Now, when the market's trending, which it's doing, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, bam. It's just, I'm making an observation. But it is exactly the scenario that happened yesterday. And I don't know why Patch, must be he didn't show up today because he was confused as to why Jim and I both took let me see if I can find the trade. He sent me a screenshot of his. Yeah. This trade right here yesterday. That one right there. And I was like, come into the live stream tomorrow and I'll tell you. Come into the live stream tomorrow and I'll tell you. One of the problems was he sent me a screenshot of his chart and his chart didn't have any of these pivots on it. So what he didn't recognize is that price crossed over these red lines and all these lines, broke that pivot, that down pivot. See how this was a down pivot? Because it even pushed price lower than the pivot that rode it up. Broke this down pivot to the upside, came back, hit that 5-minute gold line, bam, gone. There's our money. I mean, just Katie barred the door. Jim probably made $6,000, $5,000, $6,000 on that, easy. I mean, and it's the break of, I can't explain it enough. It's the break of these pivots you got to watch out, especially in the opposite direction that it's portraying. This was portraying down. Price rolled up, crossed over, broke, bam, bam, boom. I mean, it's ching. And you can tell if you go back and you look at that, you can tell, which is the number one thing that I like. The number one reason I created this strategy, the number one reason that I did this, that I sit here and blab this stuff to you guys, because it is just the simplest things that happen. It's the simplest things that happen that the sharks are in the tank. They broke that pivot. It could have been a wick. It could have been just one tick. Doesn't have to be that big. But it deliberately drove it. After it did this, deliberately drove it down to support and then deliberately ran it out the other side. And that trade right there is, 48, 58 right there. So that's $1,000 a contract right there before it even came back and did it again. But they went for the lower one the first time, which is the 5 minute. Then they did the 1 minute. Anyways, it's that deliberateness. I can't express it enough. It's the deliberate move after they have traders leaning one way to support that you need to focus on. And that's why it's hard to look at, 5 charts at the same time and shit like that. I mean, it really is. Because the bulk of what I'm looking for is deliberateness. And it's nothing for me to turn around and go, oh shit, there was a deliberate move that I completely missed in NQ or whatever. No problem, my fox. I didn't take it that way, actually. I was trying to read. It made it easier to read when you did that, by the way. Yes, Josh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've been sitting here going, where's Josh? Where's Josh? I want to tell it. So yeah, just go back and look. I discuss it. And by the way, it's done it multiple times today. It's done the same scenario multiple times today, right here. And then it continued it. Then it continued it there. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Good job, Edwin. I'll say this, Patch, and I'll say this a million times too. If you miss a great setup, it sucks. But the most important part is that you recognized it. Because these things happen, you know, the exact same scenarios don't happen every day, but they repeat multiple times a week. The exact same scenarios repeat multiple times a week. The exact same rotations of how it happened on Monday may happen again on Thursday, and may happen again, you know, and it's all of a sudden going, hey, I've seen this movie before. Ving! I just made $800 or whatever. And that's all, you know, I'm going to tell you something for traders out there. It's you need to look at, I think one of the things that really helped me out, at least getting off the ground too, was I used to have a weekly goal. The weekly goal was a good thing. I like a weekly goal better than a daily goal, to be honest with you, because some days the market's just shit and you're trying to make money on days that the market's not, you know, doing something. Okay. Yesterday, I didn't do that well. I mean, I didn't lose money, but I just didn't do that well. My point is that if you have, like, say, a weekly goal, put that number on a piece of paper, write that number down, whatever that weekly goal is. So you just take a piece of paper and you write that weekly goal down. Let's say that weekly goal is $1,500. I'm just picking a number. Okay. And then say to yourself, $1,500. Okay. That, in whatever instrument you trade, if you trade the RTY with 2 contracts, that means you got to get 15 points. 15 points in a week. And then just sit there and say to yourself, well, shit, man, if I'm going for 5 points each time, I only need 3 good trades. And if I have 2 losses, I need out of that. Okay, then I got minus, say, 1 whole trade. So I need 4 good trades and 2 losses. There's my $1,500. And then just patiently wait for the scenario that meets your eye. The inside candle on a rotation, you know, something along those lines, and then just be a shark, man. Just hit that shit, get your trade, and call it a day. One of the things that a lot of traders do when they start trading is they feel like they've got to trade, like they've got to push buttons. Oh, I got to push buttons. I got to push buttons. And if you want to push buttons, I'm going to say some foul words here. Fucking sim trade then. Okay? When you're done doing what you're doing, then just sim trade. Just screw around. But prop firm or live money, whatever you're doing, make sure you're doing that when you're hyper focused on the 3 or 4 good trades you got to make a week. That's it. If you're sitting here trading, I get so many people that email me, and one of the things that they say is I'm over trading. That you probably are, because most people that start trading, that's exactly what they do. They overtrade. They overtrade. They overtrade for the bankroll they have. Yeah, the market may, like in this case, yeah, the market may be going short, but if you got to have a big bankroll to just jump right in here and hope that it goes short before it runs through the top of this prior day close. Well, do you really want to do that? God dang it. There it goes again. There it goes again. Something. When I say there it goes again, there goes the equities again. It's almost like the Federal Reserve is jumping in and buying the equities up every once in a while, because we've had 2 big spikes on all instruments at the same time. Jesus. Anyways, so yeah, Yeah, there you go, Edwin. Yeah, that's called discipline. And then if you want to screw around, practice other trades. Practice some of the things that Jim may talk about with breaking pivots. And I know exactly what he's talking about right here. Jim. Anyways, but I mean, it's like, you know, you can practice all you want. But you gotta, again, I can't, God damn it, you gotta crawl before you can walk. You gotta walk before you can jog. You gotta jog before you can run. You gotta run before you can sprint. All these freaking ass clowns that come on here and, you know, this is probably one of the reasons half these prop firms don't like me. Is because I don't come on here and tell you, oh, just push these buttons and make all this money. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to continue to blow up your accounts over and over and over again because you're doing stupid ass shit. I mean, you know, I mean, this week, hold on here. I mean, I'm up $2,300. I mean, come on, man. And today's Wednesday, okay? And I will tell you guys this. What I've been doing, I did it last week, and I've done it once or twice. Well, I did it yesterday. Not yesterday. I did it Monday. When I get off these live streams, I go back and I focus, and I make my money. I mean, I made $1,000 in gold on Monday after I shut the stream down. I mean, it's a lot easier. Like Jim took this. I don't want to show you guys this trade because then you're going to be like, what the hell did he do? But he took the break of this pivot here. Okay. So he's in here at like 50 and he's out at 60 and he makes $1,000. Okay. But he has a big bankroll to do that shit. I can see that stuff too. And I can take those things because there are points where you know all the stop losses have stacked up and you want to run right through them with your long. So, but I don't do them on this live stream to make my money because it's something you will learn over time. Instead, right now, you need to learn rotation, go. Okay, and where to put your stop. You got to understand people are doing exactly this. Rotation, down. So all their stops were stacked up here. Jim bought right in here and sold it right there. And gold right now has so much violence in one direction or another when a pivot is broken that it's given away $1,000+ every time it does it. And he does that. Jim does that routinely throughout the day. That's not his main trades. His main trades are still the things we're talking about, the rejection of the overnight open, the 1 minute gold line, that kind of shit. But he knows as the day goes on, he can see those break points and take the money. No problem, Harold. All right, I'm going to shut this down anyways. I'm going to take my money and get some work done. Good one, Edwin. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you guys later. What's the price day high indicator you use? Price day high? PriorDay. Well, Ninja has one on their chart. I have a labeled one. Ninja has one on their chart. Let me see if I can find it. PriorDay OHLC. Right there. PriorDay OHLC. That gives you all those PriorDay lines. Now I have a labeled one. You can email me and I'll send you the labeled one. Okay. Yeah. So if you want the labeled one, which has these labels on here so you actually know what they are, because Ninja doesn't have Ninja, you can just change the colors, but then you gotta, I'm kind of retarded, so I can't remember what color is what. I'd rather have it labeled. No problem, Edwin. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.